What's up, homies? Welcome to the Business Best Reviews channel. I do have a cold, so if you cannot hear me, feel free to turn on your subtitles through YouTube. But we have James from the Watch Your Mouth Reviews channel who is here as well. Thank you for being here, James.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, Lord. Now, this episode, y'all, just proved to me that Basketball Wives is lost, and they are doing whatever they can, even going all the way back to square one to bring it back. And I'm just kind of looking at them like, really, Shawnee?
Really, Shawnee?
This way you don't see no other shows with her as the producer. Because who would want them? Look at this mess.
I'm just like, does she not get it? Like, where are we? Where are we at in the drawing board, Shawnee? Come on, please tell me. Because this had to be the most, like, self-righteous, most ignorant, most foolish, like, just completely just trash-ass episode I have seen of Basketball Wives in a long time. Just saying, I was not entertained at all. I was annoyed and rolled my eyes throughout the entire time.
I think a lot of people did. I was kind of annoyed too, because like I feel like a good show should be able to grow. A good show should be able to grow. I feel like a good example of that, Housewives of Beverly Hills, has been on TV for a very, very long time. And the cast is constantly changing. Every season we get in new friends.
At least one, at least one. Yeah, one new housewife, yeah.
But they don't often too much go backwards, and when they do, the person isn't really there too heavily. Examples are like Camille or Yolanda when she came back once or twice. Like, you know, these are things that should happen. But what we see first is Laura coming to the dinner in Mexico. Laura Gavon was a part of Basketball Wives LA when it originally started. This is also someone who was a part of Basketball Wives Miami in the very beginning, because her sister Gloria was a cast member, and people did not like Gloria because it came out that Laura allegedly, I'm going to say because I'm protecting my channel, but allegedly Laura was dealing with Shaq at the time that he was with Shawnee. So that's her history for those who don't know. Laura, for some reason, apologized to Jackie for a conversation she had with Jackie's daughter in season 2. And jac'eil was trying to act like she don't know who Laura is when she's on a show called Basketball Wives. I know that you did your research and due diligence. I know that you know who she is. If not for the show, then for many other reasons. jac'eil, it's given hater. It's given why they bring back other people instead of new people. I'm nervous. But I don't know why I needed to see Laura apologize to Jackie about something for so many years ago. And the fact that she hasn't apologized off camera means that y'all not cool like that anyway. So who cares?
Right. Well, I had forgot that happened. Like, I had totally forgot that happened. I had totally forgot that conversation even took place. And I don't understand why she apologized. Like, I was so confused. I was all like, that wasn't your fault. That girl was grown. It wasn't like she was 15 and you and her having this conversation about Jackie and her parenting. That girl was grown to having this conversation with you. So, oh well.
Everybody done talked about Jackie's parenting,
right?
Which also makes me look at some of the BS that's been going on, because Jackie was so mad at Evelyn about talking to the other daughter or donating when this one actually had a conversation with your daughter on camera downing you. So it's all stupid. Now we did see Brandy and Evelyn try to talk. Evelyn tried to say that Brandy threw jabs at her first, which is why she threw jabs at Brandy. Brandy did not throw jabs at you. Brandy was correct. She said, I called you out on the truth, and you chose to throw a jab. Now, if somebody's talking to you about something else, the truth about your behavior in a group, what does that have to do with marriage and relationships of any sort? It doesn't. So, Evelyn, that makes what you said a jab, and what Brandy said valid, because she's the only one who seemed to be telling you about yourself when nobody else is going along with the following flock. I was so annoyed. Now, Evelyn goes right back to jabbing her in that conversation, saying that Brandy's faking being happy with her husband. I really want women who cannot keep husbands or do not have one to not speak about anyone else. I don't care if you Rashida Frost getting cheated on left and right. If you do not have a husband, I don't care if you had one before. If you do not have one that you were able to keep, whether it's because he didn't want you or you didn't want him, shut the hell up. Especially when you ain't never been married more than 30 days and you drove that man so crazy where he knocked you upside your head. So please stop coming for this lady's husband out of the blue, because there's nothing else they seem to have that they can say about her.
That is true, but girl, you was going
I'm getting tired of it. It's annoying. It's
No, it
annoying.
is. I agree.
It's annoying from Evelyn. And it's kind of like, I have to think about that. If my husband did to me what Brandy's husband did, no, I would not. I'd be single, live my best life. But if he did that, and for some stupid reason I stayed with that many women, I would at the very least expect for people to throw that in my face when it applies. Like if I'm trying to talk to people about their relationship, she's not talking about Evelyn's relationship choices or none of that. Evelyn's just like, Brandy says, oh, you can't have hot sauce. Evelyn wants hot sauce. Well, that's why your husband, that's why you ain't happy. It's like, it's getting to a point where it just comes across as bullying, and it's annoying. It's annoying. And Brooke is saying the same things to Brandy also. I just don't think like you're truly happy, but it's the way that she's saying it. It's the delivery. It matters. It matters. And Evelyn just does things with no tact whatsoever. She's uncouth entirely, in my opinion. But she goes back to telling Danby, oh Lord, Brandy, that she's pretending to be happy. And this is where Brandy asked Brooke if she felt like she was talking about her, because that's essentially what they arguing about. And Brooke basically states that she does not like that people have opinions and just wanted to vent. Brooke was on some bullshit, y'all. Brooke, I think, realized like, oh, I did all of this and beefed over all of this and got into it with my friend, and I'm letting this girl disrespect my friend while I'm smiling in her face over a man I'm not even with no more because my friend was right. So it's looking to me like it doesn't make any sense. Then Brooke says she wants her friends to just let her kitty cat have fun. Baby girl, you went past fun. You had an actual wedding date set with a person that you barely saw. So, Brooke, just admit that you was wrong and that you moved too
Let's just
fast.
move on. Like, because that's she acting like she's trying to have a hot girl summer. Girl, that is not what was happening.
Hot girl
You
summer is
was
not
talking about,
engagement rings.
yeah, you was talking about marrying this man. You said 12, 12, 24. You was trying to compete with
Shopping.
Jennifer and everything. And it was like, and that's what you was doing. You was trying to compete with Jennifer. And I don't understand why, because Jennifer is some foolishness her own damn self. So I don't understand what you was trying to compete with her for.
As we speak.
I'm just saying. Damn, that net worth of $25 million. Ooh,
It's not that no more.
It ain't gonna be that no more. So you're right.
Cars lose value real fast, y'all. Cars and cell phones. I just want everybody to understand cars and cell phones lose value faster than almost anything that you could own. And he is always driving her car, which tells me that on top of losing value, that Rolls Royce got hella miles on it. They are always driving that car.
It has to have at least 120,000 miles on it. Like at least, because I know they all over the place in this car. And I feel like, damn, Jennifer, that's a Rolls Royce. That ain't a Honda Civic. You can't roll them.
Don't drive those often. Like they'll drive it sometimes. Yeah.
You can't drive those kind of cars like that, like all day, every day. You can't. Those are not commuter cars. Those are like weekend adventure cars where you're going out to the steakhouse and you want to valet park it. It makes a steakhouse make you 20% off your bill. That's what you get a Rolls Royce for. You don't drive it every day like that. Like that's crazy.
It was a mess. It was just a mess. The whole ordeal was a mess. I was glad to see Brooke and Brandy make some type of peace. However, once you're married, you should at least have a core group of friends who is not going to throw like what you've been through in your face. Yeah. I just think that doesn't mean that you're a friend. Brooke was really quick to co-sign and allow Brandy to be disrespected as it relates to her marriage and in general. So I don't think that Brandy should trust her, but you know, that's just
I feel like Brandy's going to do what Brandy's been doing, which is give everyone the benefit of the doubt versus starting to check some of these women for how they acting and what they doing. That's
Mm,
just how I'm looking at her because there's no way Brooke would have got off that easy.
yeah. Yeah, I would have been on my friend's ass privately. Like,
Mm-hmm.
or I would have gave Brooke the same energy. You don't return my phone calls, I'm not returning yours neither. Cause now I don't know how to feel about you. And now every time you get a boyfriend, I gotta worry. Because it's not gonna work because you don't know how to choose a man. That's why Brooke was so bothered, because she knows that. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be a part of it. I wouldn't want to hear nothing. Not that you got some flowers or that he pissed you off. I just don't tell me nothing, girl. What color makeup did you wear today? Hell, what's your eye color? Did you wear lashes? Are we in a lace front? Did you do braids? I wouldn't want to hear nothing about her relationships ever again, the way Brooke acted, but that's me. Moving on, y'all. Cheyenne at this table, because a lot happened at this doggone table. Cheyenne at this table then tries to talk. And Cheyenne claims that Brooke gay bashed at her event for the comment she made. She's like, "Oh, you may look like a boy, but you still a bitch." Which, do not laugh, husband. My husband is laughing in the background. Here's the thing that annoyed me about this scene. I do agree there are some people who are women who date women who look like boys and are not boys, don't want to have the surgery or anything like that. And they act as if with other women, like that's like supposed to be threatening. Like, if you a female, if you got a vagina, we still gonna get to throwing hands. And that's just what it is. But I off top, as soon as Brooke said that, I was like, oh, in the sensitive ass times that we're in today,
Mm-hmm.
somebody is going to try and use this as a way to make her look bad. And Cheyenne did just that. Now, Jac'eil annoyed me because she was not gay bashing. She was not gay bashing. First of all, I want somebody to help her clear her throat and find some tea. And then second of all, just shut up. Just because you're a lesbian does not make you the spokesperson for all LGBTQ people. You cannot say, and that's why I think a lot of people have to understand what offends one person who may be gay or lesbian may not offend another person who is gay or lesbian. Not one person in the community can speak for them all.
Exactly. And what annoyed me about her, it was like, ma'am, she wasn't talking to you. So of course you're not going to look at it as bashing to the LGBT community. Of course, she was not talking about you. So of course you're not going to feel that way. That person felt that way and told her friend that this lady said, "I don't care. You look like a dude, but you still a bitch at the end of the day." That's still bashing of that person, regardless. And if we could take in the adjectives and calling it what it is. Like Justin got on my nerves. I was like, it is. It doesn't matter if you don't think it was. It was.
You plus Jac'eil, shut up when it took you to your second season to show and have some type of community with gay people outside of just you and Natasha. Please stop. Please stop, Jac'eil. Jac'eil really annoys me though, y'all. Like at first I was like, okay, she's okay when Brittany was there and the other new chick, but Jac'eil by herself kind of bores me and doesn't have much of a storyline. I'd rather see her traveling with Natasha on the sideline cheering for games than interacting with these women pulling for a scene, because she is a basketball wife. So I don't know. But she irritated me. Eventually Cheyenne walks away from them. I was sick of it. I do feel like the person that Brooke made that comment to did feel offended because you could see it in the interaction. But do I think that they viewed it as gay bashing? No. Do I think it's more of a personal thing for that person? Yes. At the end of the day, I do kind of agree with Brooke said. You look like a boy, but you still are a female. You're not transitioning. She's not bashing anyone. Now, if this was someone actively transitioning from woman to male, like taking the pills, going to the therapy, doing the things that people have to do when they transition, then I'd be like, okay, that was shady. That was shady because they're actively trying to transition to male. But the fact that this person wasn't, they're just more of a boyish female, like, let it go. Who cares? But
I
that's
mean,
my
as I said, it wasn't. I don't like. As I said, if we're looking at the adjectives, then fine. But the whole instance of it just calling out someone's physicality, that's not bashing. That's not like it was
If
like
she kept saying it too, she said it once and moved on. Now, if Brooke said it over and over, you look like a boy, but you're a girl. If she said it over and over and over, then it's like, okay, that's berating and bashing someone. But she said it once and then was put out, and that was that. So I don't know. Cheyenne, I'd rather see you interviewing the people as a life coach. I don't need you on
I
basketball.
don't even want to see that no more because I actually watched the entire interview that she just did, and the first half was the better half, and then the second half we see the male identified misogyny mindset that she has. So I'm okay with her in this. And to me, this episode actually showed me exactly who she was. This episode right here and all that getting into it because if you're the doctor, the counselor, the therapist, there's no way someone could have pulled you out your character like that.
I disagree. Just because I work with counselors and therapists and psychiatrists all the time, and they be the first ones to lose it. I always say to my husband all the time, do not ever mess with or try anybody working in life coaching, behavioral health, or counseling. They have the ability to help others because we can't help ourselves all the time.
So here's the thing. So you don't think they would channel their inner Dr. Jackie? They just go straight to Dr. Heavenly, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's a false. The thing that I need people to understand that I've noticed actually a lot working in the field every day, people have the expectation that us as counselors are supposed to like not just give that best advice, but also constantly represent it. And they forget your counselors, your therapists, doctors, life coaches, though I don't fully acknowledge them, but life coaches, they are humans too. Now, the problem I have with Cheyenne, that what she did do, because just because you're human doesn't make it okay, is it seems like she's just looking for a problem to be relevant. And I just want to know what basketball players you've dated or used to be with and, you know, where you went to school. I don't really care about any of that. I don't know why she's still here. That sounds so mean, but I don't know why she's still on this show. It's like Jackie barely acknowledges her. So why are you here? Why are you here, sis? Just say it. James is trying to think. He's like, you know what? Why is she still here? We're not
Well, no, it's not. I mean, I don't mind her being on the show. I just feel like she's not authentic, and I think that that's where
at
I'm
all.
getting at the point
Mhm.
of how she's carrying herself in social media today is not aligning with who she is. And granted, it is work, but this is also work for her too, because I'm sure she's getting a check from this. But it's a real like pledge difference what we're seeing versus what she's trying to portray is what I'm saying.
Yeah, that is true. No, that is true. I will not disagree with that. But I think with her case, she, I don't want to say clout chaser, but she just seems like the type, whatever she got to do to be relevant, she will. But I'm going to say that and move on because,
Well, no, she got 50 Cent backing her, so she don't need no clout.
oh, Lord, she might regret that. Moving on. Moving on. Brooke, Jac'eil, and Brandy go to do yoga. Brooke, stop being fake. I don't want her on this show no more. Doing some yoga. I don't know if y'all know, yoga does not work that way. You don't just do it once and are suddenly refreshed. People who are into yoga, it view it as a lifestyle. Some people view it as a religion in parts of the world where it originated from. Like, stop it, Brooke. Just stop. Please stop.
I thought she was about to say.
Hmm.
I thought she was about to say like on Real Housewives of Dubai, the man with the man bun.
No. Lord help us. Now, Brooke claims that she is healed from her divorce that she just signed the papers for. Ain't no way in hell. If you healed that fast, you should have never been married. Uh, but she wants to know, and she asks Brandy why she came at her. Again, she's having a conversation with someone who's supposed to be a friend in front of other people. I know Jac'eil's kind of a peaceful person to have that conversation in front of, but if I got a problem with James, I'm not going to have that conversation in front of James and Leona, who's a mutual friend of ours. I'm going to have my conversation with James. And that's it. I don't need his mama there. I don't need his sister there. I don't need his other friends there. I don't need my friends there. We going to have a conversation. And if we can't, then we don't need to be friends. That's how I feel. And Brooke continues to have conversations with Brandy around other people, but she wants to know why Brandy came at her. And Brandy explains that she was concerned because Brooke was moving fast as hell. And the 12-12-24 thing was really where she was like, whoa, a wedding date? What the hell? It was too early. And I agree with Brandy. I don't think anything is wrong with that. Now, Brandy never was like laughing at Brooke with the ladies or being catty about it. She was just like, this fast as hell. The same way everybody addressed Jennifer about the boy, like, wait a second, what the hell is this? And we still saying that. Jennifer's not throwing a fit, but we know Jennifer's slow. But still, she's not throwing a fit.
No, but to add to that point, because I said it last week, what made Jennifer's comment okay, but Brooke's not okay? When Jennifer basically said the exact same shit.
Brooke thought she could bully her friend, I think, on this show, and it didn't work out. It did not work out.
No, it's a slight to Brooke or to Brandy, because you're with the man who cheated on you 350 times. So allegedly, because I don't know if it was that number or not. But you with the man, and so you can't say nothing. But yeah, Jennifer maybe with an alleged.
Oh, James froze. He done froze up, y'all. We'll see if he comes back. Let me remove him and add him back. Oh, now it's just showing nothing. I don't know. We will see if James comes back. We're going to keep it moving, but I agree with what he was saying. Jennifer made the same comments to Brooke about the marriage, and so did a lot of the other ladies, and still Brooke want to only be mad at Brandy. So it was like selective. It was very, very selective. Let me see. James, if you can hear me, why don't you drop out and come back? But we're going to keep it moving. So eventually Brooke does apologize after Brandy apologizes first for hurting her feelings, which Brooke should have apologized first, in my opinion. She did a whole lot more, laughed at her marriage and all of that. And Brandy, in my opinion, should never trust Brooke again. Just because you got mad at me for making a point that turned out to be right does not give you the right to hang out with my enemies, allow people to disrespect and bully me, and to throw jabs at my marriage, which you as my true friend should know hurts me. So I think Brooke realized that she's wrong. She was talking about her and Brandy's friendship is going to last a lifetime. Brandy, they say keep your friends close and your enemies closer. You need to keep Brooke close as hell. That's what I'm going to say. None of it was okay. None of it warranted talking about her. And yes, she chose to stay with somebody who slept with that many people, but you don't throw that in their face if that's your friend. You just don't. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. It can go back to elementary, y'all. It could go back to elementary. And I want her to check Evelyn on how she's talking about Brandy, because it seems like the loyalty and the energy don't go the same way in each direction. Moving on, you guys. Like the video if you have not already. James may come back. We're hoping for it. If not, hey, we'll see him on the next one. But I have a feeling he's coming back in. Noah James. We did see Jennifer and Jackie meet up to discuss the new photos that Jackie allegedly sent to Sunday. And Jackie claims that the photos was sent to her by somebody, and then she sent them to Sunday because they was talking about Jennifer, and they were like, oh, do you mean like this? That's weird. I'm not when it comes to nudes, don't send me nobody's nudes. I don't want to see anybody's nudes. And this happens to me actually often with my Mrs. Best Reviews Instagram page. These artists and rappers that I review music for, they be pissing off these little girls that they be dating or whoever. And then me and my husband sometimes receive naked pictures from these women that are upset with the artist. Like, see, it's like, why do we care? I don't want to see this person's tilly whacker. I don't want to see this lady's kitty cat meow. I don't want to see those things. So it's very strange. Jackie, you was wrong. Ain't no reason. It ain't no way you should have nobody's nudes, especially if you have them. Jackie, there's no reason that you should be sharing them with anybody. If you are going to share your nudes or someone's nudes, Jackie, at least get a check for it. It sounds like she just shared them to share them amongst friends. Craziness. It looks like James's internet went out, you guys. He's going to try and rejoin within the next few minutes. If not, Be sure to check out our other recaps that involve him as well. We will also be on his channel tomorrow to go over the Housewives of Dubai. I will be joining him to assist in co-hosting. The link is in the description of the video. Let's keep it lit. Let's keep it moving. Essentially, in my opinion, this is unforgivable, but Jackie apologizes and Jennifer accepts. This is where I know that they're doing shit for the show, because somebody sends my nudes out just to cackle and laugh. I'll never trust you again, girl. We could be cordial, but I'll never even send a text to you. You won't have my phone number, let alone my area code. Ain't no way in hell. Now, we then see the ladies getting on the bus, and Brooke is like, I don't want to sit next to this bitch, to Evelyn. Brooke, is too little too late. It looked like you just picking and hopping from people to be mad at, and I'm over it. Now you giving Evelyn this energy, and you're giving her this energy because you're mad that she invited Cheyenne and Jackie, but Evelyn's been inviting people places, and you chose to be mad at Brandy about her inviting Jackie to an event, but now you want to be mad at Evelyn toward the end of the seat. Girl, bye. Brooke was so full of it, and Evelyn too. You could tell that all these ladies were just projecting for the camera to keep the show. And I'd rather have true drama that's entertaining. I'm over it. In my opinion, Jackie is the show, but I'll leave it there. Anywho, Evelyn does not care that Brooke don't want to sit by her and entirely ignores the energy. And at this point, it's clear that Evelyn's doing too much for the camera. Where's Tammy? I miss Tammy, because Tammy was the one person that snatched Evelyn's ass up and got her in order. I don't need Shawnee's best friend on the show. It creates too many issues of bias, and it's annoying for me personally. But they're on this bus, and they're headed to go tequila tasting. Or they did their tequila tasting and all of that. They then go to Brooke's leather and lace bachelorette party, which was meant for Jen, but Jen included jac'eil in it, even though she's already married. Why they do that? I hate when people do that. Like, oh, let's include this person too, since it's their day too. She's already married. Like, let the bachelorette thing be for the bachelorette. Now, these ladies are too old to be playing Carisha Please. That's just my most personal opinion. Carisha Please is a talk show where she said some things that were off the wall that people really believed, which I don't believe anything that comes out of that woman's mouth. I also don't like the sound of her voice and think that she has zero talent, but that's just my opinion. But they play the game, Carisha Please. I don't know. I don't understand why they played it. But the only thing I got from the playing this little game, Jennifer Williams, I do not buy that you have never used a vibrator. I feel like you have commented about using a vibrator too in earlier seasons, but there is no way that at 50 plus years old, you have never used a vibrator. I know that you've used a vibrator before. Now, dick is better. It is. But vibrators are pretty good too. I'm just saying. Nothing's wrong with using a vibrator. Candy Burris made millions with her sex toy line. It's a very lucrative business. People always want to come. I know that sounds like TMI. I know that sounds nasty, but it's the fact. That's how babies are made. People are always wanting to do things sexual. So I don't see the issue with the vibrator, Jen. I don't know what your problem is, boo. Now, at this little leather and lace bachelorette party, we see Brandy pull Jackie aside to discuss the comment made about her not being able to make babies, and Jackie kind of commenting on that and all of those things. Now, Brandy waited a long time to talk about it, but I was dying when Jackie was like, go ahead. I know you want to curse me out. Get it out, boo. It's like, damn, Jackie, you took out all the fun for her to cuss you out. So Jackie apologizes for the comment, but she does not explain why she did what she did, even though Brandy kept trying to ask her. You could tell Jackie was just like, I'm going to be accountable and I'm not going to go into it deep with these heifers. And I don't blame Jackie for that at all. I don't. Now, I was cracking up because Jackie's like, Brandy, you're important to me. You're a basketball wife. I'm a basketball wife. Throwing shade at all the other women because none of them other hoes is. So she claims their bond is deeper, but based on the clip from next episode and how Jackie is, I would never take an apology seriously from Jackie. I would never even let stuff Jackie does get to me, because at this point, that's what Jackie's done. You've seen it for seasons. So for them to act so flabbergasted and surprised when Jackie acts a fool, it's like, come on now. She's been doing this since she came on television, and she's not going to stop. Why are y'all acting surprised? Now, Evelyn brings up Gilbert, Laura's ex. I forgot Laura was here the whole time with her eyebrows toe up, just looking confused. And they bring up Gilbert, who's Laura's ex, and she's like, he gave me a fake ring. He got to keep both of them. I don't care. I was like, good for you, Laura. She's like, if people ask me, I'm going to answer the question, because I feel like Evelyn was asking her, trying to get her upset. But that's pretty much the episode. We then see Jen's drunk ass mention how Evelyn and her are having a moment and wanting to give Evelyn her flowers. I hate when people get drunk and start crying, even if it's tears of joy. Like when I get drunk, I want to dance, maybe, do some adult things with my partner. Definitely eat some food, but I for damn sure don't like when people get drunk and start crying, or the people who get drunk and then want to argue with everybody, like the baddies on the Zeus network that all the ratchets watch. Like I cannot. But we got some tipsy camera, shots from Jennifer drinking and all of that, and I was here for it. I said, you know what, Jennifer, live your life, enjoy what you're doing, live your life. But that was pretty much the episode, you guys. It looks like more will happen next week. I think next week's is the finale. I'm not quite sure. If it is, we'll be here. I'm very excited to recap the finale. We'll see what happens with the reunion. I appreciate everybody who tunes in. Live replay gang, you guys are awesome as well. Looks like James just dropped in. We are ending it though. We're all done.
I came. I just wanted to say thank you for having me, and I didn't want to leave you hanging.
You're all good.
But it was but just to give my little ending part, since I'm gonna miss this episode, it wasn't nothing too much. Shawnee, do better than this. Come on, wrap this up. If you're not gonna bring back the Orlando ones, leave this alone.
Yeah.
Like, you need to do something else. That's all I'm gonna say, because this episode was tired. Ugh.
It was hard to recap. When we recap things, the way I do it is I construct notes based on what I see in the episode that's interesting and or relevant to something that is major to discuss. It was very hard to even know what to take a note on with this episode, because it gave nothing. And Jennifer drunk did not give what they thought it would give for me. I was just like, okay, Jen, go to sleep, because
Jennifer drunk was just like, okay, and
yeah,
like that's it. She needs more of a life. I'm sorry. Marriage is probably she need to redo her 20s and stuff and do all that, because just was dry.
She needs to call Jelani and see if he'll take her back. That's what she needs to do.
At this point, Jennifer, I'd rather you go back to Eric at this point. Go back to Eric.
This Christian boy, and the way he looks at her during interviews when asked certain stuff, like you can tell he's nervous. I'm just over it. But that's it, you guys. We'll be on James's channel tomorrow for Housewives of Dubai. We'll also be on my channel for Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. So be sure to click the link in the description of the video. It will take you to his channel. Subscribe, check out his videos, all of those good things. And that's about it for tonight, y'all. I'm going to go
Thank you guys for having me, Mrs. Best. Thank you. See you guys tomorrow.
Thank you. Adios, muchacho.